The truth is out there. Maybe. Do I believe in UFOs? Well, yes, of course I do. Have flying objects been observed that remain unidentified? Well, of course they have. But does that mean they are of extraterrestrial origin? Of course not. This is another of those notorious gaps arguments. We don't know what caused that, so it must be divine intervention. We don't know what that flying object is or where it came from, so it must be an alien space vessel. The only appropriate answer is that we just don't know. Until we do. Much has been made recently of the fact that the US government has apparently been taking the UFO issue seriously. They have always naturally had an interest in any unidentified object that enters US airspace. This was particularly true during the Cold War, and it's probably especially true again today amidst the current high degree of anxiety over international affairs and amidst the current age of conspiracy theories, which increasingly and insidiously make their way into the mainstream. I suspect, though, that the US government would be more concerned if these UFOs were of terrestrial rather than extraterrestrial origin. Recently, NASA released its own report on UFOs, which it refers to as UAP, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. Now, I won't be saying UAPs because Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena is already plural, so it's UAP. It's a less loaded term, obviously. The report, released in September of last year, 2023, is just 36 pages long. Most of the meat of the report is about the difficulty of collecting and analysing data and how that can be improved in the future. The conclusion about what some, anyway, of these UAP may be is, well, inconclusive. The final paragraph reads, "At this point, there is no reason to conclude that existing UAP reports have an extraterrestrial source. However, if we acknowledge that as one possibility, then those objects must have travelled through our solar system to get here. Just as the galaxy does not stop at the outskirts of the solar system also includes Earth and its environs. Thus, there is an intellectual continuum between extrasolar technosignatures, solar system SETI, and potential unknown alien technology operating in Earth's atmosphere. If we recognize the plausibility of any of these, then we should recognize that all are at least plausible." Well, that's a fairly convoluted concluding paragraph and not very enlightening. I'm not sure that the last sentence, though, is particularly good logic. Let's look at it again. If we recognize the plausibility of any of these, then we should recognize that all are at least plausible. Really, NASA? Because some are plausible, they should all be considered plausible? I don't think so, NASA. This is not particularly good logic. Anyway, regardless of this, the report offers very little except suggestions for the future. But it does at least indicate a desire to pursue the research more systematically and with greater rigour. We don't know any more now than we did before, but perhaps we might one day. Now, the question of whether UAP are evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence is different from the question of whether extraterrestrial life, intelligent or otherwise, actually exists. I've previously expressed the opinion that the likelihood of life, intelligent or otherwise, elsewhere in this vast universe is very high. However, intelligent beings from other planets face the same technological difficulties that we face, the difficulties of traversing interstellar distances. Although science fiction is full of various pseudo-scientific methods for solving this problem, and I know we'd love them to be true, nevertheless the problem remains way, way beyond us at present. Will we survive long enough to solve this problem? Has anyone out there survived long enough to solve it? If so, and they have indeed visited us, then one common trope of science fiction is likely to be true, namely that alien visitors will be far more advanced than us, at least scientifically and technologically, if not necessarily ethically or morally. Well, I doubt that I will live long enough to know the truth, whether it's out there or not.